Hey there, comic book fans. Back from the comic shop tonight. Earlier today. It's late. Uh, and I got a lot of comics to show you. Boy, I think I got 14 comics at the shop tonight, plus two I got in the mail. But we'll start out with our top of the printer, Museum Comics, that I looked at. I really liked looking at this one. This is a Pander Brothers Grendel. What issue we got here? Grendel 7. It's actually a wraparound cover, but I like that front. That's good stuff. And of course, the other one, the X-Men and the New Teen Titans, Marvel DC crossover, early 80s. I don't remember what year this was. 84 or 82. I see the signature. Simonson, Walter Simonson, Terry Austin on the inks. I haven't read this one in a long, long time, but cool. I think this one's a wraparound cover too. Let's see. Yeah, that one's a wraparound cover too. Let's give a quick glimpse at this one. This one I think is a wraparound cover. May as well pull it out. Okay, both of them have a big head on the other side. I like that front cover a lot. Been having fun looking at that Pander Brothers Grendel cover. Then I continue to pick up, this one I got off of eBay, it came in the mail this week, Submariner 55, a Bill Everett cover, one of these Marvel 10th anniversary covers. I'm trying to collect all 14 of the Marvel 10th anniversary covers in a box from this Submariner run. Just because I always liked these. The comics themselves are hit or miss, but the covers are all pretty cool. So that one came in the mail. And let's see, the other one that came in the mail is The Sickness, number 5. This is one for some that they offered a special when this launched. I got issues 1 through 5 in the mail as a subscription from the publisher. And I think it was 30. These are $6 issues too, by the way. That's the cover price on them. Clover Press. And I think the price was $30 for 5 issues, mailed to you whenever they come out. Plus, if you were one of the first 200 people, you got all 5 covers of the first issue, which I was. But I think I'm just going to put it on my pull list now because the latest. I think they're selling subscriptions for the next 5, but it's like $40 for the next 5. I was like, you know what? Getting it in the mail was nothing special. I mean, it was fun to get those 5 all covers of that first issue of the, but I don't really need that, and they're not even offering that this time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put it on my pull list now. Then let's see. Ain't No Grave, number 2, Scotty Young, Jorge Corona. I liked look at that. Warped paper. I hate that. Too much ink on that paper. Not good production quality, but oh well. First, I liked the first issue, and I liked this team. They did another book that I can't even remember that I did. The one weird thing about it is this woman's outfit. Who she's on her way to hell. Where is she? I don't even see. She's got this weird outfit on that's like half scarf, and I can't even see it this issue, but he draws it really. She's like just got so much fabric on her sometimes that it's kind of funny. But Ain't No Grave. I think there's a 4 or 5 issue mini. I think I put it on my pull list sight unseen because I liked the team. Then I also didn't get Usagi Yojimbo this week because all the copies came in damaged. I was just remembered because I think this came out a couple of weeks ago, but my copy came in damaged. It's another Clover Press book. This one's a $5 book. Armored. I have no idea what it's about, but I liked this Nick Patera cover. He's not the inside artist. I have zero memory of why I thought I'd try the first issue of this. But who's it by? Michael Schwartz, Ismael Hernandez, and Ferran Delgado. There's the names up there. A fun read and a great new twist on old-fashioned horror. I only have one question. What happens next? Okay. It's a horror book. Who knew? Then we've got The Deviant, issue number 6. A Christmas Story by James Tinian IV and Joshua Hickson with Hassan Atsami Elohau. He's the letterer. This one's like it's a Christmas noir. Murders going on, possible serial killers, a comic book writer interviewing serial killer in prison. Is there a new serial killer copycatting the serial killer he's talking to in prison who was caught in the 70s or 80s? I can't remember. Christmas noir. Who knew that was a genre? Here we go. Hate Revisited, number 1. I'm happy to see this. A new issue of Peter Baggs' Hate. One of my all-time favorite comics. If you've never read Hate, Buddy Does Seattle, Buddy Does New Jersey, Buddy Buys a Dump. That trio of books is just terrific. It's just, the great American novel. Oh, look, there's some color pages in the middle as well as black and white ones. So I'm happy to see this back. Can't wait to read some new Hate. Then we've got Love Me, a romance story. Francesca Perillo, Stefano Cardacelli, Lorenzo Scaramella, and Buddy Bedouin. I bought this because of the Stefano Cardarelli art. I liked the last series he did with Mad Cave, though I think he wrote the last one. This one's about a robot trying to find love. A robot taxi driver trying to find love. Like that, I like this guy's art. It's I find it cool and amusing. We'll see what adventures this robot gets up to this issue. Looks like he's fighting on the cover. I think there's another one that's a 4 or 5 issue mini. Doesn't tell us, but I think that's what it is. Then, this one I pulled off the shelf. I guess I didn't put it on my pull list. Is this Monolith, a Spawn Universe title? $2.90, a $3 book. I bought issue 1. It was okay. I was probably deciding whether I wanted to get all 3, and I was like, But I saw this on the shelf. I was like, you know what? I didn't pre-order that. All right, I'll get it since there's a shelf copy. Which means I'll have to pre-order issue 3 just to make sure I get it. But the new You is like Spawn alternate universe stuff, and this is like, I forget which Spawn this was. He was like the last one around in this alternate universe, blah blah blah. But I like the first issue. Well, who's doing it? Let me tell you. Script plot Sean Lewis, Todd McFarlane additional script. Art Valerio Giangiordano. Color Ulysses Areola. Lettering and world design. There we go. Like I saw it there and figured I'd pick it up. We've got Napalm Lullaby, issue number 4, Rick Remender and Bengal. Still a little unsure how I feel about this one. I kind of liked last issue. I've kind of liked. I think I put it on my pull list now. I think I decided after 3 to put it on my pull list because I was ordering it issue by issue until 3, and I don't think I ordered just number 4. I think it's on my pull list, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to double check. But weird story, don't even know how to describe it. Sci-fi, people trying to take down the system. Here's another one, Plastic Death and Dolls. This is the team, they did Vinyl, I think it was. Doug Wagner, story. Daniel Hilliard, art and cover. Michelle Madsen, color. Ed Dukeshire, letters. So again, I don't know what this one is about, but this is the 3rd series I bought by these guys. Vinyl. Ooh, I can't remember what the second one was, but it was about furries. It was a horror story about furries. What was it? Plush. That was the name of it. Vinyl and Plush I've bought so far. Miniseries, 4 or 5 issues. Can't remember how much, but threw this one on, sight unseen, because I like their last 2 miniseries. Then, of course, we've got Gilbert Hernandez, Psychodrama Illustrated, number 7. This is more Gilbert Hernandez Palomar stuff. This might be the B movies they make. I forget. But I guess, he's got more. He's much more prolific than Jaime. And I think these are going to be. There's some up there. The smaller size hardcovers they do. Because if you notice, there's this, and at the bottom is like a comic strip. That's a different story. So I think they collect these in like those smaller hardcovers. I don't know if they collect the little strips. But always fun to read some Gilbert stuff. Here's one I pulled off the shelf. Cliff Rathburn, Remote Space. I think he was one of the Invincible artists. He did some issues of Invincible. So I don't know. I've never read anything he's written. But I pulled this off the shelf and thought it looked nice. So I was like, I already had like 11 comics. I'm like, what are 3 more that I pull off the shelf? I think it was a $53 bill for 14 comics. Which isn't too bad, I guess. So we got a couple of, like, The Hate was extra expensive. Psychodrama is extra expensive. Then I also pulled off the shelf Rifters by, I can't remember, Brian Posehn and Joe Trotman, writers, Chris Johnson, artist, Mark Englert, colorist, and Joe Sabino, letterer. But I just picked this one up to flip through it. And I kind of liked the art, but I'll show you the panel that sold me the book. I have zero idea what this is about. I think it's an alternate world. They travel to alternate worlds because of the name Drifters and because, where's the panel that sold me? There we go. There's JFK in a dress with Marilyn Monroe. I was just like, all right, I got to see what this one's about. So, picked that up. Like I said, I think it's like what is that old TV show? Sliders. I think it's a Sliders kind of thing, but that's just at a guess. Then what do we got here? Torpedo 1972. Bought this one for the Eduardo Rizzo art. Who's writing it? Enrique Sanchez Abuli, and Eduardo Rizzo is the artist. This is Torpedo. This 1972 means this character who's been around is old now. So this is the story of an old, violent gangster. And it's kind of gruesome at times. It's kind of brutal and gruesome at times. But I love this Eduardo Rizzo art. So this is one, I think I only bought the first issue. No, it was a little too brutal for me. So I didn't put it on my pull list. But then they had the second issue as a shelf copy. So I bought it. Now it's on my pull. I think it's only 4 or 5 issues. What do we got here? The Whisper Queen, a Black Sand Tale, a Chip Zdarsky, Chris Anka, Matt Wilson. It's like a fantasy story. I think I picked up a one-shot related to this like a couple of years ago. So I saw this and was like, oh, I should pick up some more Black Sand. Why not? And I liked the first issue. I don't know if I just ordered this second issue or I put it on my pull list. I'm going to have to see. It's got an interesting feel to that cover. What is this? I don't know what paper this is, but there's a slight texture to it. Fantasy story going around with elves and this, searching for their husband, or no, searching for the son. The lead character was a female elf. I didn't know it till like the end of the book. I was like, oh, that's supposed to be a woman. I didn't, all elves look kind of cross-gender, so I wasn't sure. Then the last one I got is an Archie book, The Wicked Trinity from Sabrina's Magical World. I've been enjoying these Archie one-shots. Who's doing this one? Story Sam Maggs, line art Lisa Sturley, colors by Ellie Wright, letters by Jack Morelli, old Marvel bullpenner, a little bit before my time. But I knew him. He would come and hang around the bullpen, pick up some freelance work. I guess this is Something Wicked This Way Comes, a witch story. So I look forward to that. Let me show you a little of my artwork now. What do I got back here? Oh, let me show. This is the latest. As sort of a craft, I scan in some of my favorite colors and clean them up and print them out and make 10 by 15 on 11 by 17 print. This I did this one not because I love the cover, but because this I consider Hulk 200 is like the beginning of my collecting. So I already actually had this scanned in. I'd scanned it in ages ago, but I just printed it out today. I'll show you that quickly. And then here's my piece that I've done. When did I do this one? 5/9/24. Kind of head on a stick over there, and this is just a head on a really skinny neck. And I've been doing this on a couple ones lately with the eye makeup. I think that's reminded me of Daryl Hannah in Blade Runner as Pris. I think she painted her eyes with an airbrush like that. I think that's why that got in my head lately, or that's come out of my subconscious, and I did that a couple of times. I liked the blue one. I think I mentioned I did a few weeks ago. So we tried it with some purple around her eyes this time. But I think I'm swiping. My unconscious started swiping that from Blade Runner. Nice. I like the way that one came out. That weird green dripping in the background. All right. There was some art, some comics. You guys have a good week out there.